What time is it?
9 o'clock, 3:30.
Longer days.
Much longer days, yeah.
Because you may only have 3 lessons one day.
Yeah.
They've got it easy, haven't they, these guys, yeah?
They're just working so hard.
I think that the work ethic is first class. Children are dedicated, they work long hours.
We're a bit too soft on the kids at home.
Yeah.
Here, they don't mess around.
안녕하세요, 원다입니다. 한국의 수능은 해외에서도 유명합니다. 미국 프로농구 포틀랜드 선수단이 한국 팬들의 수능일까지 챙길 정도니까요. 지난달 17일 포틀랜드 공식 페이스북 페이지는 포틀랜드를 대표하는 데미안 릴러드, 노먼 파웰, 코디 젤러, 벤 맥클레모어가 한국 팬들에게 수능을 잘 보라는 응원 메시지를 담은 영상을 공개했었죠. 또한 수능 생명과학 2 과목의 출제 오류 논란이 확산되던 이번 달 초에는 해외 학계에서도 해당 문제가 화제로 떠올랐었습니다. 미국 스탠퍼드 대학의 조나선 프리처드 교수, 예일대학교의 니컬러스 크리스타키스 교수 등이 문항 자체가 잘못이라는 의견을 내며 한국 수능의 출제 오류 논란에 동참했었는데요. 세계적 의과학자 니컬러스 크리스타키스 예일대 교수는 그의 트위터에 내가 대학교 2학년 때나 봤을 법한 문제를 한국에선 고등학생들이 답하고 있다. 알고 보니 그 문제는 푸는 것도 불가능하다 라고 썼으며 조너선 프리처드 스탠퍼드대 교수는 자신의 트위터에 해당 문항이 우리 과학자들에게 흥미로웠다는 점을 분명히 하고 싶다 라고 밝히며 고등학교 시험에서 이렇게 어려운 문제가 출제된다는 것이 놀랍고 인상적이다 라고 썼었죠. 비록 이번에는 문제 오류라는 부끄러운 모습으로 한국의 수능이 미국 생명과학계 일각에서 회자되었지만 많은 해외 유수 대학들이 한국의 수능 문제 수준과 공신력을 인정하고 있다고 합니다. 그래서 한국 수능 점수만으로 유학 갈 수 있는 해외 대학이 100여 개에 이른다고 하는데요. 현재 국내 수능 점수를 인정하는 해외 대학은 전 세계 8개 나라에서 100곳으로 이 중에는 미국의 델라웨어 대학, 로체스터 공대, 뉴욕 주립대, 캐나다의 토론토대, 독일의 미넨 공대 같은 유명 대학도 포함되어 있습니다. 보통 미국 대학에 입학하려면 공인된 입학시험인 SAT나 ACT를 봐야 하지만 한국 학생들은 이런 시험 없이 수능 성적만으로 합격할 수 있는 이유가 해외 유수의 대학들이 한국의 교육 수준을 인정하고 있기 때문이라고 합니다. 미국 로체스터 공대 국제입학처장인 데이비드 와이벨은 한국의 교육 제도는 존경할 만하고 수능 점수가 있기 때문에 우리는 SAT나 토플 같은 한국 교육 제도권 밖의 시험으로 한국 학생들을 평가할 필요가 없어졌다 라고 말했죠. 하지만 유학인 만큼 어학 능력은 필수라 영어 인터뷰나 토플 점수 등을 요구하는데요. 수능 영어가 1등급이면 면제받기도 한다고 합니다. 이렇게 한국의 교육 수준을 인정하는 사례는 영국 BBC에서 제작한 학교바꾸기 영상에서도 엿볼 수 있는데요. 지난 이야기에 이어 2부를 소개하고자 합니다. 한국의 교육을 배우기 위해 3일간 학교 바꾸기를 체험한 영국 학생들과 영국 교육자들은 과연 어떤 결론을 내렸을까요? 함께 보시죠.
Most Korean students go to private night schools called hagwons. Min Young is taking Tommy to his English hagwon. And on my way over in the taxi, the driver has plenty to say about the role hagwons play in society here.
This is a street of hagwons, really. This is Hagwon Street.
Yes, that's right.
And but when you have 3 children in the hagwons, how much is that costing you?
Almost 2,000 per month.
High price to pay for hagwons.
Yes, that's right. That's true.
Korean parents spend more on private education for their kids than any other country in the world. Tommy and his Korean classmate Min Young now face another test.
And Tommy, what's the difference between present perfect and past?
I don't know.
Yeah.
You've been teaching tonight a grammar lesson to one of our students from Wales, Tommy. But in the English grammar test, Min Young did better than Tommy.
Oh, sure.
To keep the kids out of private education, the girls' school offers its own version of a hagwon. But it's all too much for Sarah.
But yeah, it's been a really intense day and definitely not used to staying in school this late.
It's 10 o'clock at night. The hagwons are closing, but many students, like Young Chan, are carrying on.
So where are we going now?
So we're actually heading back to school.
Back to school?
Yeah, so the self-study room is open until 11:30.
11:30. And then, God, and then a long day tomorrow.
Yeah.
Dan Cook Boys' School is open until 11:30 at night, so they're carrying on with their studying there. This is a relentless education system.
It's 10 o'clock at night and the street's just full of children.
This all-girls high school is one of the best in Seoul. These girls are passionate about their education. They work long hours, anything from 8 in the morning to 11 at night to pass their exams. And what's striking is the respect the teachers have here. Over in the girls' school, Sarah is about to have a taste of mathematics, Korean style. Teenagers here are notoriously good at maths and consistently top the international rankings. Unfortunately for Sarah, it's first come, first solve in this school.
What just happened?
But one of the answers has been left unfinished.
I think all the girls knew how to do it, but they just thought they'd let me do it because that was the easiest one on the board and I couldn't do any of the other ones.
In between lessons at Dankook Boys' School, Tommy and Ewan get a chance to visit the school farm.
To help with biology and stuff, and they've just got animals on the school grounds. And we've come down here, and there's cats and rabbits and chickens. It's just bizarre.
You know, before this was, you know, in much bigger scale. Like there were peacocks and iguanas and like exotic animals.
Halfway through their 3 days in a Korean school, and the long hours are taking their toll on Ewan and Tommy.
Oh, 9 o'clock, and then we finish at
And we finish at 3:30.
I don't think you can say, you know, which is better. People in Wales, they get more active and they get more like social ties, I guess, and you know, we study more. So if we find like a middle ground where we can study and engage in like those kind of fun activities, then I think that would be like the best. It's like a defining moment in your whole education, I guess. Everyone wants to go to Seoul National University, which is like the top, you know, like at the top. And yeah, I'm aiming for it. Yeah, everyone's aiming for it, I think.
Seoul National University is just like Oxford or Cambridge back home. Some say it's time to make changes to the system.
It's time for Korean parents to make changes, to prepare our next generation. Our children may need different sets of skills other than just high test scores. Communication, collaboration, and creativity, they should be nurtured.
Korean parents consider it their duty to give their children every opportunity to be their best, and they are prepared to make significant sacrifices. Parents dedicate both time and money into developing the next generation. It is a responsibility that is taken most seriously. Tonight, Yun-chan is taking Yuan to a 3-hour maths hagwon. Yun-chan's parents pay for this extra tuition to make sure that he passes his exams. But their sacrifices don't stop with paying for classes. They even took a decision to move house, leaving a bigger property to live in this small apartment because it is nearer to a good school and good hagwons. The family only see each other at weekends. Dad works away all week in a nuclear power plant to pay for the top-up tuition for his son.
At least 5 hours by bus.
Ooh. Oh, that's a big sacrifice. And this is so Yun-chan can...
Especially from Westerners' perspective, it would be a huge sacrifice. But in Korea, separation from family in purpose of child education is very common. So, yeah, I can accept.
Here, parents have high expectations of their kids, and they're willing to sacrifice so much to ensure their success. Sarah is having private maths tuition in Sion's apartment.
They're just working so hard.
On their final day, their head teacher, David Haynes, has flown out to see them. The students have no idea he is here.
Oh no, oh no, oh no.
It's very different in some ways, similar in other ways?
Longer days.
Longer days?
Much longer days, yeah.
Because you may only have 3 lessons one day.
Yeah.
They've got it easy, haven't they, these guys, yeah? Yeah? I think the work ethic is first class. Children are dedicated, they work long hours, and this school stays open until 12 at night for students to stay behind after school, which is remarkable, really. It's something we don't see back in Wales.
Would you like to see schools staying open later in Wales, maybe till 7 or 8 o'clock?
So it's certainly something to think about. I'm not saying we should be open until 12 o'clock by any stretch of the imagination, but certainly something that we need to look at. I think our children do work hard within the current framework.
But they don't work as hard as the kids in South Korea?
They don't work as long, I don't think, in terms of the amount of hours they spend in school.
And they don't get quite the same level of grades in their exam results?
They don't achieve the same levels within the PISA test, no. However...
So there are lessons to be learned, Dave?
I said yes, I agree. But speaking to the principal here, you know, he's very interested in what we do with regards to deeper thinking and being creative. I think there are lessons to be learned from Korea visiting us, but there's certainly lessons to be learned by visiting South Korea as well.
From David Haynes' experience, there's a shortage of top maths teachers in Wales. So he'd like to bring over maths teachers from South Korea to solve the problem. It's time to say goodbye to their Korean classmates.
Yeah, it's been a really good experience though. Certainly I'll remember it for a long time.
I feel like it would benefit the younger years where education is still compulsory to bring in some of the same rules, if you'd say, as the South Koreans do, just to kind of improve the work ethic.
I think if there were stronger after-school classes to help people with problems they might be having in school, like if there was a sort of Hagwon-based thing, that would be really good.
We're a bit too soft on the kids at home.
Yeah.
Here, they don't mess around. They give you a punishment. You get cleaning duty or you stay after school to
And you
do
think
cleaning.
that's good? That's consistent?
Well, it works.
You understand?
People are going to hate us for saying this.
So, if they were competing against Korean students for a university place, who would win? How does a Welsh A-level compare to the Korean KSAT?
At the end of the day, they're studying so hard for that KSAT that they don't actually get extracurricular options. So even if they smash those exams, if we smash ours as well, we win.
Yeah.
Just simply by circumstance.
I meet with Education Minister. I want to see what she thinks about our Korean experience and find out how she plans to improve Wales's standing.
I'm clear that we are making the changes that will make a difference, but we are moving forward.
Ysgol Dewi Sant has introduced Korean-style changes to its school. They're going to ban mobile phones for GCSE pupils and will make the school day longer with timetabled study sessions in the evenings. Though they still believe that there's more to life than very long hours looking at a blackboard. And coming from Pembrokeshire, I wouldn't entirely disagree with that. Of course, it's about getting the balance right. But I'm convinced that looking at Korea, there is still a lot for us right across the UK to learn.
3일간 학교바꾸기를 체험한 영국 학생들과 교육자들은 한국 학생들의 근면성실함에 가장 큰 인상을 받은 것 같습니다. 우리가 다소 부정적으로 보고 있는 사교육에 대해서도 이해가 부족한 학생을 도와줄 수 있는 강점으로 느끼고 있었으며 수업을 방해하는 아이들을 방치하지 않는 한국 교육 문화도 높이 평가했습니다. 하지만 공부에만 몰두해 다양한 다른 것들을 배울 수 없는 한국 학생들의 안타까운 환경을 간파해내기도 했습니다. 영국에서 한국의 교육을 통해 큰 교훈을 얻고 실천에 돌입한 것처럼 인생에는 오래 공부하는 것 이상으로 더 많은 것이 있다 라고 믿는 영국인들의 교육 철학에서 우리도 교훈을 얻고 실천으로 옮겨야 하지 않을까요? 여러분의 생각은 어떠신가요? 시청해주셔서 감사합니다. 원다였습니다.